It is day 19th, March 10th, and it is day 2, or 0 day 2, or I should say Franklin Adventure Part 2, Part 5. And we're about to go, me and Rescue are going to go check out the bagel place. I'm sure it won't live up to New Jersey, or I shouldn't set myself up for such negativity in the morning. Let's hope it's a delicious bagel place. But I'm quite partial to the bagels of New Jersey, pizza and bagels. But then afterwards, we're going to Outdoor 76. Gonna go look at some shoes, like I said. Maybe try to downsize some of my gear for lighter stuff. And if I do downsize, I gotta go to the post office and mail home some stuff. So it'll be a kind of a busy day, but not really. I just gotta make sure I don't eat too much tonight. I hate starting hiking in the morning on a big dinner stomach. That's the only thing I gotta worry about. And not to put too many beers down tonight. I might do it during the day, but be all right in the morning. But I'm almost back on the trail. My feet really hurt right now, so I'm hoping to give them. I'm giving them the rest they need. I'm still chowing down ibuprofen every day. But, yep, we'll see what today brings. So, downtown Franklin. I'm hanging out at the gazebo because it started to rain a little bit. But we just visited Brooklyn Bagels in Franklin. Great place, great people, delicious. I did ask if they had Taylor ham, which they did not. But, I'm in North Carolina. What was I thinking? But it was a great bagel. And bacon, egg, and cheese. I should have asked for salt, pepper, ketchup. But otherwise, delicious. Great place. Check it out if you're ever in town. Ask them for Taylor ham, though. Maybe if we get enough New Jersey people asking about it, they'll start doing it. But yeah, we're waiting for Outdoor 76 to open. Some other hikers are showing up too. They open at 10 o'clock. Also, I heard they're giving out free AT25 buffs for all Thru-Hikers. So I'm hoping to get one of those on top of other things that I'm looking for. But, yeah, a couple minutes and we'll be in. All right, just got back from Outdoor 76 Outfitters in Franklin, North Carolina. And let me tell you, I gotta say, probably one of my favorite outfitters I've ever been to thus far. I still love my Campmore back in New Jersey, but let me tell you, Rob, I don't know if he's the owner or one of the managers or salesperson, but talking with him really eased my mind on some of my concerns about my gear and weight issues. Very knowledgeable and very honest. I did decide not to buy shoes because my boots have been working out for me. I've had 0 blisters. And really, I think my weight concerns and I guess in my head, I let other people convince me that I was missing out on, sunshine and lollipops of what trail runners would do for me in my hike. Sorry, it's a little loud. We are right by the highway. But I did switch out some gear while I was there. And I'm going to talk about that now. For those who have been watching and following along, I have this pot that I bought when me and my wife were, my wife Nikki, love you. I haven't given you any shout outs, but there you go. I have this pot that me and my wife Nikki bought when we were doing some section hikes in Virginia together. And so this pot is a great pot. but it's kind of like a 2-person pot, and it came with like 2 individual cups in it, and I didn't bring them with me, but I was still using the pot, and it's kind of oversized, taking up a little bit of room in my pack. It really is. I don't think I've made a big significant weight change by changing it out, but what I did decide is that I'm going to mail this home, and I'm replacing it with a smaller pot like this. So it'll do the trick for what I need, just me. So that was my first change out. So this will be getting mailed home, and this will be my new pot. Next thing I did was, some of you have been watching me with my stove. I think at the time when I purchased a lot of my gear during that section hike time in 2018 in Virginia, we were buying lots of gear to replace like my old stuff from when I was a teenager, and to make sure I wasn't carrying a lot of extra weight with my Army gear. So I think we splurged on new packs and tent and sleeping bags and stuff like that. So at the time, it was kind of hard to also buy a stove. It would have knocked up our purchases quite a bit. So we bought a cheaper stove, and it's a Coleman, and it's not super heavy, and it's not super difficult to use. However, my concerns were that it may not be as efficient as some of the other hiking stoves that are out there. Plus, comparatively, it is quite a bit heavier than the MSR, what is it called, a pocket rocket, I think? Yeah, the pocket rocket deluxe. So I'm switching out from this stove to this stove, which, as you can see, I've never played with it before. We'll see how it works. Okay. Uh-oh. What am I doing? There we go. So, instead of the stove I had, it's quite a bit smaller. Should have set it up ahead of time. Anyway, you get the idea, but... Oh, jeez. Why is it open? Ow!
Yeah, see, that's what happened to me the first time I used mine.
Yeah, my stove was open.
Yep.
Anyway, I just froze my finger in my leg.
Yeah, hold it.
But anyway, that's my new setup. Whoa. Do I not have it all the way out? But significant, I think it's going to be a little bit better on fuel and weight overall than the Coleman was. Okay, and it packs up a little smaller in my pack. So there's that. So that'll get mailed home as well. I also picked up, it comes with a nice little pouch for it too. I also picked up a transfer. I had heard about these recently from Rescue. So a lot of times in the hiker boxes, when you like come to a hostel or even here at the motel, there's like a hiker box for people dumping gear that they don't want to take, or they're done with their hike and they want to give back to other hikers. You'll find like half full gas cans, and what you can do with this is you can hook one can to another and fill up. So like I bought a new can today to start fresh when I go out tomorrow, but I probably could have just bought this transfer and used the can I had and went into the hiker box and recharged it from all the half full ones that were left in the hiker box. So going forward, I'm going to try to use this when I see like a half full one, or if I end up like when Anthony left the trail and when Tom left the trail, they left me their gas cans. So I was carrying 3 half-full gas cans, my own, and then the 2 that I was given. I could have consolidated probably into one can and got rid of those cans if I had this. So this was a good choice to pick up. Not very heavy. So going back to shoes, I had brought a set of sneakers for my camp shoes, also instead of like flip-flops or whatever, because I wasn't sure if the boots were gonna be too heavy or clunky or whatever. And I actually hiked in these one day, and yes, they were lighter, but every rock I hit, these seemed to make it feel like it was coming, like I was barefoot almost. And so they weren't good for walking the trail, especially when it was rocky. So now that I've decided to continue on with my boots, I don't need a second pair of shoes for around camp. So I picked up just a pair of Chiva sandals for around camp, and they're a little lighter than my shoes, and they're a little less space in my pack, barely, but every little bit counts. So now I got my sandals, and my sneakers will be getting mailed home today. Next, this is probably the most debated thing I've dealt with on the trail. Some people have kind of like, I guess pumping is kind of old school. I've only ran into one other person that was pumping, I think, while I was out. And, you know, I used this almost exact thing like 25 years ago. And I liked it so much that when I did my section hikes, I bought a new one, like 2018. So this is the one I bought in 2018. And I have now decided to replace it with the smaller, what are they called? The Sawyer Squeeze or whatever. After seeing Rescue use his, I decided that this is quite convenient for around camp. Like if you get to a water source, you just fill up your bag and let it drain into your water bottle while you're doing other things instead of having to actively pump. I don't know, somebody in the comments might be able to tell me, I don't know if one filter is better than the other as far as like down to the micro levels of bacteria and stuff, because this is obviously a smaller filter than what's in here. However, I actually think I'm going to be saving in weight and convenience than on the pump. Plus my pump, I changed the filter, but I didn't change any of the O-rings when I stepped out, or the hose. And my hose is a little dry rotted, and some of the O-rings I think are dry rotted. So when I pump, I get a lot of leakage. I could just replace the O-rings and the hose and stuff, but if I'm going to do all that, I kind of decided that I'm going to switch out to the Sawyer Squeeze for convenience and weight. The one question the one thing I can tell you from what I've noticed is at some water sources, I've been in a little bit of a better position than others. Like if it's not flowing or if it's not deep enough puddle, sometimes it's hard to fill your water bag, and being able to drop the tip of the pump in has been, I think, a little bit more convenient for me. However, I'm sitting there pumping when everybody else is just letting it drain or squeezing it into their water bottle. And so I think on convenience mostly and weight, I've decided to part with my pump, and that's going to get mailed home. So that's the next thing. And well, I have no more gear switch outs, but I found a lot of extra bags in my pack that I really didn't need, so I'm going to mail those home. And the last thing is I like backups, you know, and I have my headlamp, which I really don't use that much because I go to bed at night, and if I have to get up and pee in the middle of the night, I use my headlamp, but for the most part, I don't use my headlamp that much. And I brought a heavy ass flashlight as my backup if I ran out of batteries on my headlamp or I wanted something a little bit more. But I really don't think I need it, so I'm gonna part ways with this flashlight. I'm gonna mail it home, try to conserve some weight that I'm carrying, and that's it. And Outdoor 76, all Thru-Hikers that pass through so far, I don't know if they'll ever stop, but they're giving out a free hiker buff. So I got my Outdoor 76 hiker buff for AT 2025. So, and I bought a sticker for my water bottle. So that's what we did this afternoon after getting our Brooklyn bagels. And I still have to go get a couple more things, mostly cigarettes. And we're gonna go try to find our way to the Walmart or the Walgreens or something. We did just miss the shuttle because of me, because I wasn't ready when the shuttle stopped here. I wasn't ready. Well, I am still drinking my coffee. I wanted to make this video and get my stuff together to mail home. And yeah, but we're gonna find our way. And that is what I did this afternoon or this morning. It's not even that afternoon yet, is it? Or just about?
Yeah,
It's 12:30 or
It's
so.
11:55.
Oh, 11:55. I was looking at the time on my video. Anyway, check back later. Well, I'm at Wally World. We just hiked here. So it's not really a zero if I hiked 1.4 to get to Wally World, right? Anyway, I'm just getting some last minute items, and I think we're gonna go hit an Asian buffet for lunch.
So you almost killed yourself.
And then there's another family.
All right. Well, I just got back from dinner. It was delicious. I ate more than I should have. I said I wanted to have a light meal before I started again tomorrow, and I still got a steak. Anyway, we caught up, or just met up with Sketchbook.
What up?
Right before dinner, actually. He's staying at the same hotel. And I heard through him that I don't want to put his information out there too much, but I'm trying to reach Speed Goat, who we just saw the other day before we came off trail. Heard he might need some help with something. So if anybody is hiking or is following any way of getting in touch with Speed Goat and Charlie, or his dog Charlie got a trail named Socks. I don't know, send me a message or send him a message and tell him I'm trying to get a hold of him and see if I can help him out in any way. And that's it for tonight. I'm done filming. I just want to hang out. I get back on the trail in the morning, and Rescue's going to give me a ride because he's getting a rental car. And I still got to get a carton of cigarettes before I leave, before I lose my mind again on the trail. But other than that, I'm all provisioned up and ready for my next, what's it called? Fontana Village. All right, so that's it for my last 0 day here at Franklin. And yeah, good night.